So guys, till now I gave you basic ideological background about Gandhian ideology, that what context he came to India, what was happening in India, okay, after 1857 revolt, how there was no revolutionary activity was happening, and what kind of political climate that was there in India. Now guys, when this was happening in India, 1805, 1905, I told you Swadeshi movement was going on, and 1915 around, 10 years, India was politically dead or dark, and home rule was only political activity that was going on in India. Curzon has very brutally suppressed Swadeshi. Swadeshi movement में even Swadeshi movement could not even reverse India का Bengal का partition, and so in such a climate, okay, 1915 में Gandhi came to India. Gokhale wrote letter to Gandhi to come to India. Whatever he did in Africa, he said now enough, you should come to India. India needs you. And see guys, when Gandhi came to India, India में there wasn't any national movement was going on. Only there were divisions and attacks on each other. So when Gandhi came to India, Gokhale took a promise from Gandhi that you will not make any speech, don't give, write anything, don't speak anything. At least 1 year, he took a oath from him, promise from him, and 1 year he only told, just see what is happening in India. And when Gandhi came to India, next whole 1 year, he just kept on, going around India, meeting different people, going to different villages, meeting those people, just learning. He went on studying India, learning India, meeting different political leaders. And why Gokhale took this promise, from Gandhi, was the major reason, guys. That time, India may forget about fighting British. Indians were only fighting against against Indians. This moderates against extremists, conservative against liberals, communist against capitalists. All these kind of things were going on. And Gokhale was thinking that if Gandhi spoke anything, they will categorize Gandhi. That he is moderate, he is extremist, he is secular, he is religious, he is conservative, he is liberal. They will just categorize you. And so he just said, don't speak, just meet everyone, learn what is happening in India, learn people of India. And so as promised, Gandhi went for whole that 1 year, just kept studying India, went to different places. And then finally, in 1916, when Lucknow Pact was getting signed, Gandhi was given the chance to speak. First time in India, Gandhi was going to speak to Indian people, address Indian people. And that was Gandhi ka political status was so low that Gandhi was given last chance to speak when all stalwarts, Lal Bal Pal, everyone has spoken. And so when Gandhi stood to speak, he decided to give his speech. Many people just didn't knew who is Gandhi. They had absolutely no idea what he has done in Africa or anything. And so when Gandhi stood up to give a speech, many those people, they just stood up and started to leave. And so, but when Gandhi kept on speaking, automatically large population that was leaving this gathering, they started to sit back and listen to Gandhi. Why? Because that time Gandhi was first time on a Congress platform. He kept opinion that whatever we are doing on this platform of Congress, last 30 years, whatever is happening is useless because India, is in villages. And these are the most oppressed people in India ke villages mein, most suppressed, got exploited at the hand of British imperialism, political or economic imperialism. And until we don't go to them, what we do on this political platform is going to be of no use. Someone for the first time was talking something different. Someone was saying, go to the villages, go to those oppressed people. And among those people, guys, there was one person sitting and listening to Gandhi, and he was Rajkumar Shukla. So Rajkumar Shukla was from Champaran, and he saw horrible exploitation that was happening in Champaran under this compulsory indigo plantation, Teen Katya system, plantation working system. And for many years, he was running behind Congress leaderships, all these stalwarts, asking them to come to Champaran, but he hardly got anyone's appointment, and no one even bothered to come to Champaran. But when he saw Gandhi speaking, at least saying that we should go to villages, he thought this person will listen to me. And then next few months, Rajkumar Shukla kept on chasing Gandhi, and finally in Sabarmati, both of them met. He got Gandhi's time, and he told the horrible state of affair that is happening in Champaran. And when Gandhi listened to him, Gandhi promised him okay, that in 1.5 months he will complete all the tasks in Champaran and he will come to Champaran. And then Rajkumar Shukla went ahead, okay, to prepare and tell the people about Gandhi who is going to come after 1.5 months. And then when Gandhi finished all his tasks in Sabarmati and decided to go to Champaran, that time, guys, Gandhi has absolutely, okay, no idea that where this Champaran is on India ka map. He has never been to Bihar. He only knew English and Gujarati. He didn't even knew Hindi well. Bhojpuri to it's a distant question. And he didn't even knew or seen in his life what is the indigo ka plant looks like. That indigo compulsory plantation that British were forcing Indian people to do under Teen Katia system. But still he decided to go to Champaran. And before going to Champaran, okay, as I told you, Gandhi always, whatever you do it through constitutional means. Legal democratic angle may by respecting the laws. And so accordingly, he wrote a letter to this governor of Champaran, the Bihar ka province ka, that he is going to come to Champaran. There is this Teen Katia system and all these laws that are going on, and to fight against that, to do satyagraha. And Gandhi wrote a letter that asking them to do something, take a decision before he comes. But British did not take the decision. And the moment Gandhi arrived at Champaran, at the railway station, police came and arrested him. Now he just landed in Champaran. He hasn't even broken the law, and he was arrested and was taken to the police station. Okay, lot of people in Champaran who was waiting for Gandhi or who heard from Rajkumar Shukla that in this Champaran, okay, this Gandhi Gandhi has come, he was arrested. Lot of people started to come to see Gandhi. And this Champaran ka small police chowki was there where Gandhi was kept in jail. Okay, lot of people, okay, 5,000-6,000 ka gathering, okay, gathered outside that police station. Now this Chauri Chaur incident that happened later might have happened there that night. And police even informed British establishment they were sending the military from Kolkata. But for military to come from Kolkata to Champaran, it was going to take, okay, 2-3 days. They were planning to dispatch 200-300 soldiers. But what to do with the entire, all this crowd? And this crowd was standing outside, sitting outside the jail entire night and till next day ka morning. So finally, British decided to call the British judge. And Gandhi ka hearing happened on an open platform in Champaran. On one side, okay, Gandhi was sitting on that bars, what you call khatiya. On other side, British police officers were there, and judge was sitting on a table chair in between. And so when they realized that what Gandhi hasn't even broken the law, and these police in overactiveness arrested him, so there was no point keeping him in jail. And so finally, British judge said that Mr. Gandhi will be released, okay, with this much money or bond amount, 10 rupees or so. Gandhi refused to pay the bond amount. Now that wasn't that Gandhi was literally poor person. Okay, Gandhi, okay, when he was the son of a Rajkot ke Diwan. He was belonged to very rich family or princely state ke. His father was Diwan, Rajkot ke. Automatically, but he was very rich person that way. But Gandhi refused to pay even that 10 rupees ka bond. Finally, reduced the amount even to he came down to 1 anna, but Gandhi refused to pay. Because guys, Gandhi, I told you one thing, that one of his important contribution was removing fear of jails from people's mind. And once you remove fear of jail, he knew British ka instrument of operation will be ineffective. He has tried all those techniques in Africa, where he had this Johannesburg settlement, Phoenix settlement, Tolstoy farm, where he has fully developed Satyagraha idea. So when he came to India, he knew what to do. So it wasn't matter of amount, but the issue, what Gandhi wanted to show this all people of Champaran, 4,000-5,000, that I am not going to pay the even single penny to the British. Even if they want to keep me in jail, they can. And so, and later on, Gandhi, not only in his life, but Gandhi later on made a clear-cut law or rule in his life that no congressman will ever plead or have a lawyer or defend himself in the jails. And Gandhi made it rule that don't defend yourself in jail, don't have lawyers, whatever charges they charge you, go to jail. But now you go to jail willingly, then your followers will follow automatically. And that's why Gandhi even refused to pay single penny or single anna. So finally, British judge, okay, told Gandhi that you will be released without any bail amount, and Gandhi was released. But then Gandhi did not accept the bail. He okay, told the judge that after this bail, I am not going to go back to Sabarmati. I am going to go back to every village in Champaran to protest against this Champaran ke system ke laws, that whatever I came to fight against. Indirectly, Gandhi was taking permission of British judge, because tomorrow I do the satyagraha there and your people will come and arrest. And Gandhi said, I am going to do satyagraha in peaceful, non-violent manner, and I am not going to go back to Sabarmati. He was indirectly taking the court ka permission, okay, to further satyagraha to follow. And then Gandhi went to Champaran, he went to every village teaching people about this satyagraha, okay, and was fighting against this satyagraha. And see, that time there was one small incident that I want to tell you, and then you will realize Gandhi's idea of satyagraha, what he exactly meant by this concept of satyagraha in the freedom struggle. And so this and what nation building process that I wanted to discuss or tell you, you will get an idea about this nation building ka concept. So during Champaran Satyagraha, when Gandhi was fighting, there was one guy with Gandhi, that is C.F. Andrews, Charles Fraser Andrews. And this C.F. Andrews, okay, he was Christian missionary, Britisher, working in Champaran. He was very good friend of Gandhi, and he was helping Gandhi in Champaran. So after a few days, Gandhi came across a rumor that people of this Champaran were feeling very happy and feeling very enthusiastic and confident that they will be able to fight or win this Champaran ka Satyagraha against British, because there was one British white Christian missionary with them. So Britisher won't be able to say no to this Christian missionary, to a white person, a Britisher, one who belongs to their own caste, country, nation. And so they will definitely be successful. And when Gandhi heard of this rumor, okay, next day he called C.F. Andrews and asked him to leave the ashram by the nightfall. And C.F. Andrews was shocked that he was working so much helping Gandhi. Then why Gandhi asking him to leave? And to which Gandhi ka reply was very important. Gandhi clearly said that I heard about this rumor that people think they will be, okay, successful against this Satyagraha because you are with them, some British white Christian missionary is with them. And I don't know whether it will take 1 week, 1 year or 1 decade for this Satyagraha to be successful. But whenever that happens, I don't want people of Champaran to think that they can fight Britisher because some white Christian British missionary, okay, is with them. Okay, whenever Champaran will be successful, I want these people of Champaran, which were the most oppressed, illiterate, uneducated, largely tribal or people of SC/ST communities. Okay, but if these people can fight, okay, against Britishers on their own, okay, without support of any outsiders, then Gandhi knew tomorrow entire India will know how to fight. And this is not the issue of fighting against the Britishers. Even tomorrow Britishers go, okay, and independent India may, any government comes to power who exploits the people by making laws like Farm Bill or so on, people should know how to fight for their rights. So this is not the issue of only independence or Britishers. Okay, this is an issue where he wanted to teach people, even most oppressed caste and communities or economically most exploited people, how to fight for their rights. And if Champaran people can do, India will know how to do or fight for their own rights. And so he removed or asked C.F. Andrews to leave Champaran. And next, it took him 6 months, but finally, after 6 months ka Champaran ka Satyagraha, and whatever was happening in Champaran was getting reported in all newspaper across India. The article that Gandhi was writing, okay, lot of people were reading and coming to know about Champaran. And Gandhi was first person, I told you, who went to any village, to all those villages in Champaran, for those people fighting for their rights. And finally, after 6 months of peaceful Satyagraha, Britisher went on a back foot, okay, and they decided to withdraw the law. And till then, guys, okay, Patel was very skeptical of Gandhiji. People of Champaran used to call him Mahatma. So Patel taunted that we already have a lot of Mahatmas. We don't need any more Mahatmas. The entire Indian National Congress is filled with Mahatmas. Okay, and Patel said we want someone who could deliver result. Okay, and Gandhi, guys, when Champaran may become successful, okay, that was the first time from 1757 Plassika battle till 1857, British was never on a back foot. And from 1857 to 1916 ka Champaran, this was the first time in 150 to 100 year ka history of British, first time British went on a back foot and changed any law. And when that happened, after that, Patel became lifelong disciple of Mahatma Gandhi. And so this Champaran, why it was such an important event, and automatically Gandhi was the first leader to go to these people. Automatically everyone was going to come and on the street when Gandhi going to call NCM, all those peasants, oppressed tribals, and all those people. Now after Champaran, guys, Gandhi got next destination, okay, that is Ahmedabad. Now when Gandhi was in Ahmedabad fighting against industrial workers. Now many people don't realize the significance of Ahmedabad. We just see, yeah, Ahmedabad mein protest was going against mill owners. Gandhi went there, protested against mill owners, and Ahmedabad strike became successful. No, to understand Gandhi and Gandhian ideology, it is very necessary for us to understand Ahmedabad ka strike. See guys, Gandhi was clear that replacing British with the Indian is like replacing British tiger with the Bengal tiger. It is not going to solve India's problem. And Ahmedabad ka satyagraha was clear example of what Gandhi was saying, why he was correct. So guys, 1905 Swadeshi movement was going on in India. 1916 Gandhi was also calling for Swadeshi. Even 1905 these people, extremist people, Lal Bal Pal, okay, all were talking about Swaraj. Gandhi was also talking about Swaraj. So what is the difference between Tilak ka Swaraj and Gandhi ka Swaraj, or Tilak ka Swadeshi or Gandhian Swadeshi? So there was core difference, guys. For Gandhi, Swadeshi, okay, was different. For extremist, Swadeshi was anything made in India. And for extremists, Tilak, Lal Bal Pal, Swaraj was home rule, replacing British with the Indian people. But Gandhi knew that isn't Swadeshi ka clear idea, that is even to home rule. If that is the home rule, it will be very exploitative. So for Gandhi, Swadeshi was not anything made in India. For Gandhi, Swadeshi was only those clothes made in India in decentralized form in India's village and cottage industries. Okay, for Gandhi, that's why Swadeshi, okay, was not, okay, or Swaraj was not replacing British with the blacks, but changing entire political democratic structure. For him, Swaraj was village republic. For him, Swaraj, decentralization of power. For him, Swaraj was self-governance. Now, what I mean by those ideas, you will understand, okay, when we will discuss technicality in our app ke classes mein. When I will discuss with you Swaraj ka idea, it's very comprehensive, very awesome idea, very high level concept. But the point is, guys, why Gandhi was saying this, that example or reflection or that his idea, you will understand much better way when you will understand or study about Ahmedabad Satyagraha. Or in Ahmedabad when he went on fast unto death first time. So Champaran was his first Satyagraha, Ahmedabad was first fast unto death. So in Ahmedabad, guys, when Gandhi was there, Ahmedabad, I told you 1905 mein Swadeshi movement was happening. All Indian people started to buy Swadeshi Indian clothes. Automatically British clothes were boycotted. But all these people were doing was buying the British clothes, instead of British clothes, Indian clothes. And only thing that happened was that money that used to go into British के मैनचेस्टर के मिल ओनर्स के पॉकेट्स में, that money started to go into the pockets of Mumbai and Gujarat के mill owners. And on an average, okay, Indian was oppressed and was poor and was dying hungry. Their life did not change. And why Gandhi was saying replacing British capitalists with Indian capitalists, British bureaucracy with Indian bureaucracy, and British politician with Indian politician is like replacing British tiger with Bengal tiger. Because these capitalists of Mumbai and Gujarat, mill owners, from 1905 to 1915, when World War I started, okay, entire trade of cloth disrupted in Europe, but India was safe from World War I. So from India, clothes started to go to America, Europe, and this capitalist of India made so much of profit that by 1915, okay, when these people were making the business profit, that 100 rupees ka cloth or shirt, let's say of 100 rupees in 1905, his price was 400 rupees in 1915. 300% ka price rise. But in those 10 years, Indian mill owners did not raise the salary of their industrial workers even by a single rupee or single anna. Even in 10 years, there would have been some inflation, okay, price rise. Even they did not dare adjust their salary for basic price rise. And that's what Gandhi knew. That if you think white goes and black comes, or what Bhagat Singh was saying, Gora Sahab jaake Kala Sahab aayega, nothing is going to change for India. And that's why in Ahmedabad, okay, Gandhi was protesting not against the Britisher, he was protesting against his own Gujarati mill owner brothers. Okay, and he went on fast unto death. And it is not that they were their Gujarati brothers, so they agreed to his demand very easily. 31 day, Gandhi was fast unto death. And finally, okay, these people decided to back down. But when Gandhi was fast unto death, later on I will discuss in Satyagraha, that Satyagraha truth force, and by truth force, you need to convert your opponent into your idea, in your will. And so when Gandhi was fast unto death, the Gujarat ka mill owner ka association was there. Its owner was, head was Sarabai, and his sister, okay, she realized that what Gandhi is saying is correct, what he is doing is correct, okay, and she came out of her home and sat with Gandhi on Satyagraha, and later on she became lifelong disciple or follower of Gandhi, whom we call as Anusuya Behen. And later, after 31 days, okay, the industrial mill owners agreed, okay, to give these people, satisfy their demand, agree to the price rise. But understand, Gandhi was very constitutional and democratic in all his processes. Now, just because industrial workers have won this protest that he led, that doesn't mean you can ask any amount of price rise. Industrial workers were asking some 100% increase or 70-80% increase or salary increase. But Gandhi, when he got recovered, he himself studied all last 10 years ka economic condition, inflation, all these parameters, and he himself come up with the price rise of 33%, 35%. And he made both industrialists and industrial workers agree to this formula or this price rise. Okay, so just because I have won the protest, I can go on demanding anything. Okay, Gandhi wasn't ready. Gandhi wasn't that way autocratic in his thoughts. Okay, everything he also had to think from industrialist perspective, okay, that whether they could be able to afford this price rise, whether industry will survive or not. And he even brought them together on a compromise formula. And this is what justice by compromise was very important ideology of Gandhi. That is even backbone of India ka today's justice system called Lok Adalat, where you get justice by compromise, okay, based on principle of natural justice. And this Lok Adalats, alternative system of governance that we have developed, which are not part of our judiciary, Supreme Court, High Court, District Court, Civil Court, they are totally separate courts who run independently of or separately of the judiciary, but they dispose 17-18 lakh cases every year, okay, much more effectively than other justice system. So one of the implementation of Gandhian idea of Lok Adalat that we'll discuss during Swaraj ka concept. So why this Ahmedabad? And later on, after Ahmedabad, Gandhi went to Kheda, okay, to fight for those peasants in the Kheda. So Gandhi was obviously first person who went to Champaran, who went to Ahmedabad, who went to Kheda for these people. Automatically, when there was going to be NCM, crores of people was going to come on street for Gandhi, those industrial workers, those tribals, those peasants. And why Gandhi in NCM could create a mass movement, why he was India's first mass leader. Okay. So now next part, after Champaran, Ahmedabad, Kheda, what happened in NCM, CDM, that we will discuss, and why Gandhi withdrew NCM, what was his argument, what followed after NCM, and the CDM, why CDM was such an important movement, that we'll try to understand. So guys, after completion of this Champaran, Ahmedabad, Kheda, okay, you must have heard about the NCM movement. So before that, World War I was going on, and during World War I, a lot of revolutionary activities was happening in Punjab area. And so to curtail that revolutionary activity, so till now during Swadeshi movement, base of revolutionary activity was Bengal and Maharashtra. But now after Swadeshi movement, which I told you was largely concentrated in Maharashtra and Bengal, base of revolutionary activity shifted, okay, to the Punjab region. Now in Punjab region, when this revolutionary activity was going on, so in Punjab region, to curtail that, okay, British wanted some strong laws. And also Punjab in Russia, okay, in 1917, you must have heard in world history, Russian Revolution has happened. And because of that Russian Revolution, okay, impact of Russian Revolution might happen in Punjab, because Punjab was not today's Punjab. Pakistan, maybe that Punjab was there, and Pakistan, India was together. So and then Afghanistan, and beyond Afghanistan there was Russia, okay, close to it. And so influence of this communist revolutionary was happening in Punjab. A lot of Punjab, say, youths were going to Russia, getting trained in doing communist revolution and so on. And so to curtail this revolutionary activity that was happening in Punjab का region, India Pakistan का Punjab के region में, British brought the Rowlatt Act, against which Rowlatt Satyagraha was called. And then during when Rowlatt Act was in place, okay, just to link concept with you, that in ethics I teach one concept, in Gandhian ethics we will teach later on, legality and morality of the law. So that time British brought the Rowlatt Act, and this Rowlatt Act में, when Rowlatt Act got implemented, you must have heard about Jallianwala massacre. Now see, Rowlatt Act you implemented, okay, Rowlatt Act was in place, and at night 12 a.m., okay, Rowlatt Act was imposed in Amritsar, in that region. Now, if you impose curfew on the people, you execute the Rowlatt Act, then at least you should warn the people that Rowlatt Act is in implementation, curfew is in implementation, you should not come together, or so on. But no one had any idea that at 12 a.m. at night, when Punjab was sleeping, okay, they imposed the Rowlatt Act. And so morning, as usual, there was Baisakhi ka festival. Okay, at 6 a.m., most of these people woke up, and as usual, there was a conference was planned, and they went for that Jallianwala ka meeting, okay, in at Jallianwala Bagh. And because you have broken the curfew ka law, okay, Dyer came and shot dead lot of people in Jallianwala. And so when that Jallianwala massacre happened, that was very big, shocking incident. But this is what you had a law, you implemented law legally. Where is the morality in it? Okay, people were unaware of the curfew, and you suddenly went and killed people. Okay, even kids, women, old people, so mercilessly, and that was very horrible or brutal way this British did that. And Jallianwala was very well planned incident. Okay, because their governor and police establishment has clear-cut order from this British officials, or say from British generals or governors, that set a very strong example, okay, to curtail this revolutionary activity. And this strong example, then Dyer executed through Jallianwala, okay, but it became quite excessive kind of operation. And so in reaction to that, okay, Congress leadership all was planning to gather at Punjab to protest against the Jallianwala, but Punjab was sealed off by the British. Congress leadership could not go, and so Congress and other leaders met in I guess Lucknow, and there in Lucknow, okay, Mahatma Gandhi kept the proposal that we should create a Jallianwala ka monument in memory of those people who sacrificed their lives there. And so it was decided that fund will be collected through charity, through donations for this Jallianwala people. And so when all these peoples were giving very speeches in anger, frustration, etc., and they were, and even one small pot was kept, so people could put the donations. But all the speeches have been done. Okay, all leaders gave very strong, fiery speeches, but hardly there was any contribution that got collected. And so when that happened, Gandhi felt very sad, and he just went to a stage and said to the people gathered there that what happened in Jallianwala was very brutal tragedy, and this tragedy, okay, we need to create a monument in memory of those people, their sacrifices. We wanted to collect the fund, but we couldn't. And so, but this monument should happen, should get created. And so now I am going to go back to Sabarmati, and I am going to sell my ashram, whatever I have in ashram, entire property of that ashram, and whatever money I will get in return, okay, with that money we will create the Jallianwala ka monument. And as Gandhi said this, okay, next 1 घंटे में, okay, huge amount got collected, and with that amount, okay, Jallianwala का जो monument है, okay, in memory of those people was constructed there later. And so this Jallianwala monument, if you go to Jallianwala Bagh, Amritsar mein, you must visit that. But now it has changed into discotheque by this government with all light show and everything. This element of sacrifice of those people has been totally vanished. So whatever. So when this Rowlatt ka implementation in the form of Jallianwala massacre, when it happened, okay, now the Indian leadership, Congress leadership, which was protesting against Jallianwala, okay, sorry, against Rowlatt Act, they said now there is no more debate or discussion in Rowlatt Act. Okay, you have to repeal the Rowlatt Act. And so, and even Jallianwala was bit excessive action from British side. So British called Congress ka leadership to discuss the matter. Even Gandhi was there in that matter as a meeting to discuss that matter. And when Gandhi and Congress, British officials were sitting, I would like to tell you one small incident that happened there. And that time, Congress leadership was very clear that after Jallianwala massacre, no amendments to the Rowlatt Act. You have to cancel the Rowlatt Act. Till now, they were at least agreeing to amendments. And so when no common ground was getting reached between Britishers and Congress leadership, and so one British governor or cabinet minister, maybe of Governor General, who was that person, I don't know, taunted Gandhi and Congress leadership that they said, what do you think? That you just ask us to repeal Rowlatt Act and we'll repeal it, and you just ask us to leave India and we will leave India. And to which Gandhi very peacefully, in a calm, composed manner, replied that yes, the day will come when you will realize that you can't govern India without the cooperation of Indian people, and when that day comes, you will repeal, you will leave India like this. And that's what Gandhi proved when Gandhi launched non-cooperation movement. And in NCM, when Gandhi launched this NCM, I told you, crores and crores of people were on the street. First time, there was this national unified consciousness ka expression was NCM. I told you, Swadeshi was very localized movement. This sense of nationalism wasn't there, but the NCM was first time. Crores of people across India, belonging to all caste, class, sex, religion, rich, poor, peasants, tribals, everyone was on the street fighting against the British. If you say when it was first time India was acting, all people with unified consciousness, that was this NCM time period, NCM and CDM. And this was why Gandhi called, this is the nation in the making. First time people were fighting for India's independence. Crores of our ancestors, great-grandfathers, with unified national consciousness, were fighting for India's independence. Now see guys, India, thousands of years, India was an entity. But hardly India ever had a political unification. It was once in a Chandragupta Maurya or Ashoka's time period. Sometimes during, let's say, Gupta ka time period, mein, large part was under central command. Later on, during Mughals time period or Khilji's time period, there was central unification. Later on, under Marathas, there was loose centralized, federal system was there. So loose federal structure with centralized command of Chhatrapati was there. And later on, under British, there was political unification of India. But people ke mind mein, India as an entity wasn't existing. India was divided into a lot of princely states. Raja Maharajas were ruling in those princely states. British India mein a lot of provinces were there. All people have their religious identity, caste, class, linguistic, regional identities more dominant. But in 1885 ke baad, when Indian National Congress got created, this national consciousness was growing in Indian people's mind. और उसका ultimate culmination of this national consciousness का you find in NCM, the process that started from 1886 with moderates trying to create this national consciousness, which eventually led by extremists and finally and revolutionaries, and Gandhi created a huge movement out of that, India ka first mass movement. And no doubt Gandhi was, I told you, India's first mass leader. Now when NCM was going on, you heard about Chauri Chaura incident, and Gandhi withdrew the Chauri Chaura. Yes, but after when this Chauri Chaura ka incident, when that happened, now see, before that, when Rowlatt was in place, there was Rowlatt Satyagraha that Gandhi launched. But even in Rowlatt Satyagraha, there was lot of violence was happening. And so Gandhi called this Rowlatt Satyagraha as a Himalayan blunder. Himalayan blunder means because he committed a big mistake by launching or giving this Indian people a technique of Satyagraha without training them about Satyagraha ke basic principle, how to carry out Satyagraha, etc. In Africa, 10, 15, 20 years, he had worked on Satyagraha himself. He taught people Satyagraha. But India, he thought it was quite, he quite quickly launched this Rowlatt Satyagraha, All India Satyagraha, because Champaran and Ahmedabad, Kheda were very localized. And so Gandhi called it, this Rowlatt Satyagraha as a Himalayan blunder, the big mistake that happened from him, because a lot of violent incidents were happening. Indian people were hitting back the British, attacking the Britishers. And so Gandhi thought that if movement get violent, then there will be more violence from the British side also, and everything will collapse. But after next 1 or 2 years, Gandhi wrote a lot of articles, tried to enlighten people about Satyagraha. And then when he launched non-cooperation movement, Gandhi had a confidence that during NCM, okay, there will be more peaceful Satyagraha. But unfortunately, Chauri Chaura kind of incident happened. A lot of people died in Chauri Chaura incident. And when these people died, okay, Gandhi withdrew the movement. And now Gandhi was tremendously criticized by the people for withdrawing of this movement. And many people said that when nationally, people were so highly motivated, so much enthusiastic, and when patriotism on its peak, nationalism on its peak, someone stabbed in the back. This Gandhi ka withdrawal of NCM movement was that kind of incident. And so when Gandhi Gandhi was criticized by many stalwarts then. But then point is, okay, Gandhi withdrew the movement because Gandhi thought it is not going as per my principle. Gandhi withdrew the movement. Why so many stalwarts were there? Okay, why they did not say it is now I am the leader of the Indian National Congress. Now I will lead the movement. Doesn't matter what happened to the previous leadership. Okay, we will keep them aside. We will push them aside. And now, okay, we will continue this national. I will continue this national movement. I am the new leader of the NCM. Why no other leadership said that? Because everyone knew all these crores of people who are on the street in the NCM, all these masses are there because of Gandhi, and they will go back because of Gandhi. And so no one even dared to be the leader of NCM and continue the NCM. Now coming back to Gandhi, why he withdrew the movement. And all these ideas, guys, this life story events that I'm telling you, you will understand when we discuss technicality in our app classes. Okay, why this incidents matter to understand Gandhi ka entire ideology. And so one criticism you might have read about Gandhi, that Gandhi was person who always believed that my way or highway. So why Gandhi did not did not listen to the other people's opinion. So yes, guys, Gandhi was a kind of person who was very determined about his thoughts, very strongly used to believe in his thoughts, and he never compromised on his principles. Okay, but that's how the leader should actually be, because Gandhi knew, okay, a team of 1,000 donkeys led by a lion will defeat the team of 1,000 lions led by a donkey. And that's why, okay, a leader should always be in control of the mass movements. When masses try to control the leader, then movements become totally go out of hand. And so that's why in any mass movement, the success of mass movement is largely determined as long as if leader is in the control of the masses. But if masses started to dictate leader, masses try to control the leader, okay, movement then will turn revolutionary and it will totally collapse. And Gandhi knew, if I ignore Chauri Chaura incident, then more Chauri Chaura incidents will happen, entire movement will go out of control, and then British will get an excuse to curtail the movement. Today we might kill 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 Britishers, but when they will come back, okay, they will kill lakhs of the Indian people then. An entire NCM will get crushed. And Gandhi in Satyagraha, okay, for Gandhi, this wasn't the issue, Satyagraha movement, of this NCM or against British, because tomorrow when India will get independence, now we could set a trend that Chauri Chaura kind of violence are allowed, NCM a lot of violence happens, even India gets independence, then we are setting a trend for our future India, where our own political people or our own political parties will be ruling, and they do some mismanagement, people will start doing violence against them. And that's what happened in Russia. Okay, in Russia, okay, every time, okay, something wrong things happen, revolution, they have set the precedent of revolution, people come out on the streets, statues get toppled, okay, blood gets spilled, and governments get changed. And Gandhi knew this way no democracy can survive, no nation, community, society can survive. So it wasn't matter of only of the Britishers. Okay, Chauri Chaura is how it is the lesson that Gandhi wanted to give to the people, what is allowed in Satyagraha, what is not allowed in Satyagraha. Okay, and so he withdrew the Chauri Chaura movement, and that's what same guys in Syria, when Syrian people were protesting against Assad, to remove Assad as a military dictator and bring the democracy. But instead, okay, they even didn't realize the mass movement when it turned revolutionary, and from that, when it turned into a Islamic Caliphate, ISIS ka demand, and whatever the disaster that happened with Syrian people. And that's why Gandhi knew in all mass movements, okay, leaders should be controlling the masses, not the reverse. And fine. And then in Chauri Chaura, there was one argument that why Gandhi withdrew mass movement, why Gandhi did not. Even Patel, Nehru, many other leaders were telling Gandhi, Kripalani, Rajendra Prasad, these people, that Gandhi, it is a small incident and we should ignore. It is such a big scale mass movement, crores of people are protesting. So such a one or two incidents will happen and we need to ignore those incidents. Okay, these are the small incidents. But Gandhi knew if you ignore now, okay, then many such incidents will keep on happening. And so he can't ignore that. But Gandhi just told Nehru and other leadership that if you think it is a small incident, okay, and remember guys, those people who died in Chauri Chaura, okay, there wasn't, I guess, not even single white police Britisher was there. All the people were the black Indian police officer or constables, okay, working for the British police. And so largely those who got in Chauri Chaura were the Indian people. And even if you observe the Jallianwala ka jo massacre hua, Dyer was only one who giving the order. Many of his soldiers, okay, were white as well as black people, okay, who were pulling the triggers. So in Jallianwala, many black police officers or constables also killed Indian people in Jallianwala. And so Gandhi knew we have to kill then lot of people because British were ruling India for 150 years now. Okay, large part of their administration, bureaucracy, etc., okay, is made up of the British Indian people. And so we would have to kill then so many Indian people, okay, bureaucrats, administrators se leke, police officers se leke, all those who are working in British military. Okay, and what do you expect that after killing those people, will their generations feel patriotic about India, that India got freedom? And that's what Gandhi said to this Patel, Nehru and other people, that you don't tell me it was a small incident. You go to the families of those people who have killed, bring them to me and let them say that Gandhi, it was small incident, my husband died. Gandhi, it was small incident, my son died. Gandhi, it was small incident, my father, my brother died. And you just ignore this and continue the NCM, then I will continue. Okay, so for you it might be small incident. For those families who some member of those family who had died, for them it wasn't small incident. And that's why Gandhi refused to continue NCM. He withdrew the NCM after Chauri Chaura. Okay, but it was very great lesson for the next generations to come, okay, or next movements to come, that in Gandhi's movement violence will not be allowed. And so after NCM ke lesson mein, when Gandhi launched CDM, people knew if they do violence, Gandhi will withdraw it. And so CDM mein crores and crores of people protested without hitting back the British. Doesn't matter how much atrocities British or Irwin did, okay, people did not react. And that's what when Gandhi realized now India is ready for the independence. So tomorrow even British go, okay, and Indian people come to rule, India will never collapse, okay, as a nation state, as a democracy, and civil war or any such revolutions will never happen, and India will only grow and prosper as a democracy, as an economy, as a nation. And so this Chauri Chaura ka withdrawal is very important to understand Gandhi ke satyagraha technique and its ideology. And understand guys this, today lot of people, conservative people in India who hate Gandhi, okay, especially some segment of higher caste people, orthodox or many like these Sanghi people who are hating Gandhi. Rather, Gandhi's greatest, what you call ehsan, that greatest good if Gandhi has done to anyone is to these people. Because of Gandhi, there wasn't a communist kind of revolutions in India. Okay, had those happened in India, guys, okay, these people would have got murdered first, the way these clergy people got murdered in Russian Revolution, aristocrat class that got murdered in Russian Revolution, that would have had happened in India, okay, had there been communist revolution. But because of Gandhi, there was never such a communist revolution. Or like in Chauri Chaura, okay, people murdered Indian people who were working for the British. Okay, and largely those people who were working for the British then were majorly the group or segment of elite castes and classes. Okay, rich middle class, higher class Muslims, educated higher caste, rich educated Muslims, same way educated higher caste, okay, or rich people in higher caste in India who were now part of British bureaucracy, British military. They were officers in British military, policing, etc. And so if Chauri Chaura, if Gandhi had allowed, okay, crores of these masses would have murdered even those those Indian people working for the British officials. But their heads were not removed from their body, okay, because of the Gandhi. And now their descendants, okay, who are in the politics and everywhere now, okay, or in bureaucracy on top positions, they are hating Gandhi the most. Rather, they should be folding their hands in front of Gandhi, because like Russia, like French Revolution, okay, these people did not get murdered. Okay, India mein revolution didn't happen, okay, because of this Gandhi. And that was the greatest contribution, actually greatest good that Gandhi has done to anyone. Then actually this higher caste and उसमें भी जो elite group था, okay, in Hinduism or in Muslim population में जो elite group था, okay, who was working actually for the British then, okay, they were actually survived this massacre. So Chauri Chaura, NCM. Then now when Gandhi withdrew NCM after this Chauri Chaura, he was in his ashram planning about next thing or meditating about what happened and everything. British decided to arrest Gandhi because he called non-cooperation with British government. And so non-cooperation with the British government, which is established by law of a British parliament. So Gandhi has done a sedition. And so Gandhi has done a sedition. And so they decided to arrest Gandhi on a charges of sedition. And then later came to arrest Gandhi. Order came to arrest Gandhi to the British police officers who were there in Sabarmati. And so they came to arrest Gandhi. Even Nehru, everyone was shocked that when violence happened, Gandhi withdrew the movement. Okay, and you are arresting him now for a sedition. It was quite a hopeless thing to do, or even a non-sensible thing to do. But Gandhi, when he was arrested and he was brought to, I guess, Gujarat, Maharashtra ka combined high court was there then. He was brought to this court. And so just to tell you one incident that happened in that court. So after NCM, when Gandhi was arrested, okay, judge came to the court. All people stood up, journalists and all other leaders who were there or British officials. They stood up, and when judge sat down, they sat down. And then British ka prosecution, the judge told them to read charges against or about the case, and they said this is the case and we have arrested Gandhi and we need your permission to bring Gandhi. Judge gave the permission, and when British police officers brought Gandhi into the court, okay, and when Gandhi came into the court, British judge stood up, and when Gandhi sat down, okay, or British judge sat down. So point is, वो सत्याग्रह में जो Gandhi opinion, okay, by truth force. Okay, we may not know about the other British establishment, but at least that British judge understood that what this person did is the right thing. Because they have seen the Russia ka revolution, 1917 made 2 years before that, 3 years before that. And in that Russian revolution, Lenin murdered 3 crore of his people. These people had seen 100 years back French revolution. How many people got murdered? They have seen Bismarck, Mazzini, unifying Germany, Italy. How many people they murdered there? And all these revolutionary activities, they have seen in Europe a number of people that got murdered. And here in India, okay, crores and crores of people were protesting in this is a peaceful manner. And when movement was turning violent, Gandhi withdrew it. When British judge understood, okay, Gandhi's worth, okay, the point of Gandhi, the necessity of these non-violent movements in the freedom struggle. But obviously he had to do his job. And so he said that he looked at Gandhi and said, Mr. Gandhi, I presume you will defend yourself. You are a lawyer. And Gandhi haven't had any lawyer. But I told you, Gandhi ka clear-cut opinion tha to remove the fear of jails from people's mind. That if they put you in the jail, go to the jail. But never defend yourself in the court. And so Gandhi even refused to have a lawyer, even defend himself, even when he was charged with the sedition. And Gandhi just told in the court, okay, that no need to even read charges against me. I accept all charges as guilty. Okay, and Gandhi brought a letter and read that letter in court that yes, I have appealed to the Indian people that British government in India is evil and not to cooperate with the British government. Okay, and if this non-cooperation with British government is sedition as per your law, then you can punish me with the highest punishment that is available in your law books. And automatically, okay, Gandhi accepted all the charges. there wasn't case to defend or case to prosecute, and in few minutes case ended. But obviously judge has to give some punishment. He was bound by the law, bound by the duty. And so as per sedition, Gandhi was given rigorous life imprisonment by the judge. But while writing the order, judge wrote also one line in his order. But if tomorrow, okay, British government wants to release Gandhi, I will keep that option open. They can release Gandhi on a pardon, etc. And if that ever happens, and Gandhi is released from the jail, I will be the happiest individual on this earth, on this planet. And this is what even British judge wrote in his sentence. And later on then Gandhi was jailed, life imprisonment, rigorous life imprisonment. But later on British realized the blunder that they did, because more Gandhi remained in jail, okay, more his aura increased, more Indian people felt sentimental about him, that Gandhi is in jail because we did a violence, okay, and he was sentenced to life imprisonment. And he was in jail because of us, okay, and more Gandhi remained in jail. Actually, that was very low emotional intelligence on the part of British officials by putting Gandhi in jail. More he remained in jail, his aura, his charisma increased more. People and our people even that time stopped celebrating Diwali or making sweets even, okay, because Gandhi was in jail. And so if he is in jail, then how we can celebrate any festivals? So any actress or any WhatsApp graduate, he says, okay, that Bapu ka or Gandhi ka, there was no contribution in India ka independence struggle. So he or she might be talking about her own Bapu, okay, not this. And when she says ki 1947 May, we did not get independence, we got bhik or something. So guys, she is not insulting Gandhi, okay, or that WhatsApp graduate or that leader is not insulting Gandhi. He is insulting all our great grandfathers, great grandmothers who stood with Gandhi, okay, who did NCM, who did CDM, who did Quit India movement, who got beaten, who went to jail, okay. You are questioning, or he or she is questioning our great grandfathers' intellect, okay, that they stood with the Gandhi or they supported Gandhi, okay. So whatever, so Gandhi remained in jail, more his sympathy of the people was growing for him. And later on, British also realized their mistake, and during that time period, when Gandhi had some appendix problem and his operation has to be, he needed operation to undergo surgery, and so he was released on a payroll, I guess, and he was in Pune hospital, Sassoon hospital, where he underwent that appendix operation. And after that operation, when he was recovering, okay, his payroll ka whatever time he was released, even that got finished, but British did not come back, okay, to arrest or take Gandhi back to jail. And so now uske aage, next 100 years, okay, next 10 years, there wasn't any movement. After NCM, directly CDM. Then after CDM, 10 years, no movement, directly Quit India. So Gandhi did not launch successive mass movements. Okay, isko bola jata hai struggle, truce, struggle strategy. So what is this struggle, truce, struggle strategy that I wanted to discuss with you? So in prelims, there was one question came in UPSC ke prelim mein about satyagraha. And there were 3-4 options in satyagraha ke technique mein. First option was that satyagraha, okay, was weapon of the weak. Second, satyagraha is a technique of passive resistance. And third, satyagraha is a struggle, truce, struggle strategy. So let me discuss all these 3 points, because later on we will discuss satyagraha technically, that this will make sense. Or when we discuss Gandhi ka ahimsa idea technically, then it will make further more sense to you. So what is this struggle, truce, struggle strategy? First of all, weapon of the weak. So understand guys, Gandhi clearly refused. He said satyagraha is not weapon of the weak, because you can shoot someone hiding and you can kill someone. That actually needs very less courage. But to torture yourself, you need a lot of courage. If you want to be satyagrahi and go on fast unto death, okay, then just today, you don't have a breakfast, don't have a lunch, don't have a dinner, and next day, okay, don't have breakfast and attend my entire lecture, listen to my lecture, okay, completely, 24 hours without water or without food, okay. And if you could torture yourself, okay, then you can be satyagrahi. So you can hit someone or with the knife, but try to cut your own self with the knife. Then torturing yourself, you will realize, requires more mental strength, more courage. And that's why satyagraha, okay, Gandhi said, is not weapon of the weak. If you are coward, then satyagraha is not for you. And so clearly Gandhi said Satyagraha requires extreme mental strength and it is not weapon of the weak. Then Satyagraha is passive resistance. So no. So there were three types of resistances. Active resistance, where you murder the British officials, like Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, Rajguru did, revolutionaries. Passive resistance, when you don't cooperate with the Britishers or indirectly harm them by not cooperating, boycotting their goods and everything. But with that word also, Gandhi had an objection, because first of all it was a British word. Gandhi didn't want something British or Englishized. He wanted something desi, okay, that people can attach with. People can it can touch people's mind, heart. And this word passive, okay, was giving that Satyagraha is someone very passive person. Okay, Gandhi didn't want this passivity to get associated with his movement. And the word resistance can give a tinge of a resistance, that violence is allowed. And so because of all this reason, Gandhi rejected the word passive resistance and he chose the word Sadagraha or Satyagraha. Okay, so this Sadagraha word or Satyagraha, okay, was chosen by Gandhi. And so this Satyagraha word, that is truth force, and that's why it is not passive resistance. And coming to the third point, struggle, truce, struggle strategy. Okay. Now, I will come to the struggle, truce, struggle strategy. But before that, coming back to the first point, that it is not weapon of the weak. That point I will elaborate, because you will need this point, okay, to understand Gandhian idea of ahimsa well. Now, what is weapon of the weak point that I wanted to say, or what Gandhi meant by this point, Satyagraha is not weapon of the weak. So remember guys, I told you, you have to understand Gandhi का अहिंसा का idea very carefully. Okay, and अहिंसा के idea में Gandhi never, okay, rejected the violence, because even quit India, Gandhi totally called then do or die. So when all democratic means fail, then you can resort to the violence. So violence wasn't totally excluded from the Gandhian mass movement. And even Gandhi Arvind Pact, may I told you, the last provision in Gandhi Arvind Pact was, Gandhi himself was telling asking the Arvind that Indian people should be given permission to keep weapons for their self-protection. Okay, and so guys, you need to understand this ahimsa, hinsa ki idea, Gandhi's thoughts on it very carefully. Okay, and Gandhi knew guys that, and also you might have heard this criticism that Gandhi was a British agent. Even in World War I, he said that we should support the British, we should fight from the side of the British. So let me explain that incident, then you will understand idea of ahimsa well. So World War I was going on, and Britishers needed Indian soldiers to fight with full support of Indian people. Indian soldiers should come and participate in World War I. They wanted full support of the Indian soldiers, Indian people. And so, okay, British were ready to give some democratic reform, some political reform, constitutional reform to Indian people. And so they asked to Indian people that submit your demands. What you want, we will discuss that, okay, to get the support in World War I. And to put the demand in front of the British, okay, Hindu Muslim decided to come together. Congress and Muslim League came together and created this Lucknow Pact. And after Lucknow Pact agreement, they gave some proposal to the British about home rule, responsible government, etc. And accordingly, okay, later on, India participated in World War I, and this home rule, demand was there, responsible government ki, British gave that demand, agreed to that demand in subsequent Montagu-Chelmsford reform. So in Montagu-Chelmsford reform, in 1919, when Gandhi British agreed to this responsible government, and that you must have studied in history, that in the form of diarchy, okay, responsible government was introduced in the form of diarchy at the state level. So little bit at state level, some subjects were transferred to Indian ministers, and now elected Indian ministers will handle some subjects at the state level, and remaining subjects, reserved subjects, will be handled by the British official. Transferred ministries at state level will be handled by the Indian ministers. And this is what responsible government was given to us in Montagu-Chelmsford reform. This was in 1919 in reaction to World War I participation. But when this was going on and Hindu Muslims were discussing, moderate extremist, Congress and Muslim League were discussing this proposal, Gandhi was saying that forget about this discussion, okay, just participate in the World War unconditionally. Okay, because by the time we reach agreement, if World War I ends, then there won't be an issue of participation. And why Gandhi was saying unconditionally and participate in the war at any cost? The reason behind this, guys, okay, why participate, and reason behind this was nothing to do with the British. Guys, till now, okay, Britishers had never trained Indian military to use the advanced weaponry. There were machine guns, bomber plane, military tanks, everything, okay, but all these techniques, okay, they were only training white British soldiers and officials. Indians, black soldiers, were only trained to go on a horse or shoot, use the guns, or go on a horse and do a lathi charge. Other than that, they never advanced Indian military, never gave them training of advanced military warfare. And so because of that, guys, okay, when Gandhi was asking this World War I, because by World War I, you will study in world history, World War I was the first war that was being fought with advanced weaponry, advanced military techniques and tactics. And by that time, every European country, okay, was industrialized. Everyone has advanced weaponry, modern weaponry. And so, and by using this modern weaponry, okay, World War I was the first war that is getting fought. And that's why Gandhi knew that if we participate in this war, then out of the compulsion of fighting World War I, but British will train Indian soldiers, and Indian soldiers will get an understanding how to use modern weaponry, all this, how to fight using bomber planes, say like, how to operate this submarines, how to operate warships, and so on. And that is very much necessary, because tomorrow when India will get independent, we will need a strong army for that independent country. And now because British need our help, then we should, okay, take advantage of that and get our military trained. So Gandhi ka major opinion was to train our Indian military, okay, so it can protect tomorrow, okay, can protect tomorrow's India. So that's why you need to be very careful while reading Gandhian thoughts. Gandhi was very much in support of a very strong military to protect the nation. And that's why he was asking to unconditionally participate in this war. And see what happened in Afghanistan. When Taliban took over Afghanistan, America has left lot of war weapons there, even helicopter, etc. But these Afghanistan military can't even use the Jimka machines. Forget about using the military tanks or helicopters. And that's why, guys, okay, this training, that what is necessary to use advanced weaponry, was very much required. And that's why, guys, Gandhi, okay, was totally in support of a strong military for the strong nation. And why he was supporting that? Because Gandhi knew, guys, okay, to even speak of ahimsa, one should be capable or in position of doing hinsa. Okay, if you are not in position or capacity to do hinsa, okay, hinsa, then no one will take your ahimsa ki ideas seriously. What simply Gandhi was saying, if tiger attacks a goat and goat says ahimsa paramo dharma, okay, non-violence is the ultimate duty, universal duty, tiger will only laugh and will kill the goat, will eat the goat. But if tiger attacks elephant and elephant, kicks the tiger, keeps his leg on the tiger and tells the tiger to behave, otherwise I will kill you, tiger will take the elephant more seriously. And that's why, okay, Gandhi knew, before speaking of ahimsa, we should be strong enough, capable of doing hinsa. So we can tell Pakistan that we have defeated you in 4 wars. How many terrorists you send, we will kill them, okay, and we'll send them, okay, to the God. So doesn't matter whatever violence you do, okay, it's your not going to work. So if you want to talk, then talk peacefully, come to the table, and more the Pakistan will listen, okay, to that. And that's why Gandhi was totally in support, and that's why he said Satyagraha is not weapon of the weak, rather you need to be a very strong person, literally and metaphorically, okay, to be a Satyagrahi and to work on ahimsa. And so why it wasn't weapon of the week? More detailed technical discussion on ahimsa we will do in our app classes. And then third point in that question was Satyagraha is struggle, truce, struggle strategy. Now what this mean by struggle, truce, struggle? So Gandhi knew that in mass movements, okay, leaders can have a lot of patience, but masses don't. And then leaders' patience can wither, masses' patience can wither. Okay, masses don't have vision, they don't have patience, their energy won't remain intact, and their patience can wither, and these mass movements can turn revolutionary. And that's why, okay, Gandhi never believed in launching successive mass movement. And that's why he launched this Champaran, Ahmedabad, Kheda, a lot of small satyagraha, then one huge scale movement, all India satyagraha NCM movement. Then next 10 years, no movement. They needed a lot of small satyagrahas, okay, but no all India kind of movement. After 10 years CDMA, this is called true struggle, scale mass movement. Then there is a significant gap between the two mass movements where people's energy people should get re-energized, okay, and they should come back for the next movement with full force. But if you successively launch mass movement and success doesn't come, then mass movement will turn revolutionary, okay, and everything will collapse. And that's why it was true struggle strategy. So after NCM 10 year, okay, Gandhi worked on teaching people satyagraha, doing small satyagraha, and spreading his idea, and so on, till it was the time of CDM. Now, uske beech mein bhi, guys, there was one very important point about Gandhi, and even UPSC asked question in GS paper that during Gandhian era, different voices rose and strengthened in national movement. And this point I also wanted to explain you indirectly. You see, Gandhi ko everyone hates. Okay, Muslims will say Gandhi is of Hindu orientation. Okay, he brings religion and Bhagavad Gita and everything in the politics. Hindus will say Gandhi was Islamic, Ishwar, Allah and secularism and all this he is talking about. So Hindus hate Gandhi for being Islamic in orientation or having weak spot for Muslims. Muslims hate Gandhi for being Hindu. Then those reformists, even Ambedkar criticized Gandhi because he is a incremental reformer. He is not radically reforming Hindu society or attacking Varna untouchability. While higher caste were saying Gandhi is causing social reforms. Okay, moderates were saying Gandhi is revolutionary. Revolutionaries are saying Gandhi is passive, moderate. Okay, communists were saying Gandhi was capitalist in orientation. He takes funds from the capitalist. Capitalists will say Gandhi is socialist in orientation. He talks about Gandhian socialism, his own brand of socialism, and so on. And so everyone hates Gandhi, but that's what the major issue. Okay, everyone criticizes Gandhi and Nehru. That actually means, okay, they never belong to any one ideology, one caste, one community, one religion. They belong to the nation. And so that's why a very awesome song it's song in Marathi, but its Hindi translation lines are that कि हरे नीले भगवे के रंगों में गांधी कभी अटका नहीं, क्योंकि तिरंगे के अलावा उसका दिल कभी धड़का नहीं. And that was one of the greatest thing that Gandhi united India. He never identified with any caste, class, sex, religion. And if you say whenever you see any leader is criticized, all his followers will come on the street doing violence. You burn a religious book, blasphemy, and there will be violence. But Gandhi and Nehru, they get so brutally trolled, criticized on WhatsApp. Okay, lot of horrible images of them will get circulated, morph images and so on. Have you ever heard people come on street doing violence? Because even for people to come out in support to do violence, you need to identify with some caste, group, religion, whose sentiments will get hurt and they will come on the street, okay, in the protest. But these people, guys, never identify with one group. And that's what the UPSC got question. During Gandhian era, different voices rose and strengthened because Gandhi, okay, said there won't be any constitution for any political ideology for the Congress. Congress ideology will be only one: political independence, social emancipation, and third, okay, constructive program, that fighting against leprosy, regeneration of village, cottage industry, decentralization of power, Gram Swaraj, that constructive program, Nayi Talim, new education, etc. And so Gandhi never wanted Congress to have any political ideology. Congress should be a unifying platform where all political parties should come together to fight against the Britishers. And that's why when Gandhi was in Congress, there was moderates and extremists in the Congress. There were conservative and liberals also in the Congress. The Swarajists and non-Swarajists, pro-changer, no-changers, they were also in the Congress. And even when Gandhi was in Congress, you have FICCI, which is capitalist organization, was also part of Congress. And when Gandhi was in Congress, even Congress Socialist Party was also got created. And not only that, there were many other parties other than Congress, like Communist Party of India, Muslim League, Hindu Mahasabha, many Sikh League, Unionist Party, Krashak Praja Party, many other political parties were there. Gandhi even allowed them membership of Congress. Dual membership of Congress was allowed. You can pay 1 anna and you can also become member of Congress. So for Gandhi, Congress he wanted to be a unifying platform, and that what he went working next 10 years, okay, uniting the ideologies. So all people of India will come together on the platform, one platform, to fight for political independence. And second most, that all political parties should agree, okay, to fight against the British as well as for caste reform, social reform, fighting against any oppression. फिर इवन इस्लाम में विमेन का ऑपरेशन हो अंडर ट्रिपल तलाक और नो यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड, या हिंदूज में विमेन्स का ऑपरेशन हो, okay, every or untouchables ka, against all operation we have to fight to ensure social emancipation. And so this question, that what was Gandhi's orientation about Indian National Congress or opinion. And so next 10 years goes and you have heard about a lot of small incidents in between, and finally we reach a stage of a CDM, and when Gandhi launched CDM. Now what happened in CDM, okay, that we will discuss now. So guys, as I told you that during World War I, Indian people or soldiers and Indian people supported Britishers. And so when World War I was completed and finally according to, in that support, Congress offered or demanded for a responsible government. And so when this responsible government was demanded, so it was given in the form of Montagu-Chelmsford reform, in the form of diarchy. Now, when this Montagu-Chelmsford reforms were introduced in that, diarchy was introduced at the state level. So, state government के जो subjects है that हमारे CM today they handle. So, those subjects were divided into two groups: transferred and reserved subjects. Transfer subjects were given to the Indian, and reserved subjects were kept for the British people. And so, accordingly, responsible government, little bit of that was given by the Britishers because of Indian people supporting the World War I. And so, in that Montagu-Chelmsford reform, there was a clause that after 10 years, commission will be appointed to study those reforms and suggest future constitutional reform. And accordingly, after 10 years, in 1929, supposed to come to India one commission. But right now Britain and entire Europe was in recession. Okay, even Britain's Manchester mills were extremely in recession. And just to tell you, that between 1919 to 1930, during that time period, Gandhi had done the charkha revolution in India, and it was so successful that more than 20-30 lakh charkhas got produced and people started using them, and almost 60% of cotton clothes that were getting imported from Britain to India got reduced. Manchester mills went into recession, and later on even entire Europe went into recession. Great Depression was going on, and so British government was thinking that they will lose the election, conservative government, Labour Party will come to power, and so they didn't want to leave question of India into the hands of newly elected Labour Party, and so they sent the mission which was supposed to come in 1929, 2 years earlier, 1927 May, and accordingly Simon Commission came to India to suggest future constitutional reforms. And I told you in Simon May there were all white people, and so against that all white commission, Indian people protested. And that was very insulting to say that Indian people can't frame their own constitution. And Indian government or Congress and other leadership took the challenge, and they appointed a committee under Motilal Nehru to suggest the political reforms. And accordingly, Motilal Nehru report got created. And I guess in December 28 session May, this Motilal Nehru report was presented in front of the Congress. But now in Congress, there was young brigade, Bose, then Nehru, they were very much active, and Motilal Nehru, etc., was the old brigade, and there was a difference of opinion between old and young brigade. So in Motilal Nehru report, the demand that Motilal Nehru report presented was a dominion status, while Nehru and Bose thought that dominion status, it was a dead demand. In 1905 we were asking for this dominion status, now we want Purna Swaraj. And so when these differences rose, so Gandhi intervened and he mediated old and young brigade ke beech mein. He brought compromise, and compromise was that we will wait for 1 year till December 1929. We will submit Motilal Nehru report to the Britishers, and in that one report, if British agree or accept this Motilal Nehru report in its entirety, without any conditionality, without any alterations, and if they agree to all this report, then we will be happy with dominion status. But if they don't agree to this report, okay, in 1 year, then we will call for complete independence, Purna Swaraj. Accordingly, Motilal Nehru report was submitted to the British. Simon also submitted its report, and first roundtable conference happened, which and eventually conference was going to happen. But British did not take any action on Motilal Nehru report, and so next December 1929 when session was there, then automatically, okay, Young Brigade demanded for this complete independence ka resolution, and this Purna Swaraj or complete independence resolution was passed. And accordingly, again, there was no such a mass strong leader for Congress other than Gandhi, and Gandhi was given, okay, this leadership to launch this civil disobedience movement under his leadership. Gandhi will choose the date and everything, okay, accordingly. And so, okay, Gandhi decided to launch this civil disobedience movement. And then next year, okay, on 26th Jan, the Purna Swaraj Divas was celebrated, that we still celebrate as a Republic Day. And later on, Gandhi, with his march from Sabarmati to Dandi, okay, started this civil disobedience movement. And when civil disobedience movement was happening in India, first roundtable conference happened in London, but Indian people or Congress, no leadership or Gandhi especially did not participate in that first roundtable conference. Now, when this was going on, okay, before launching CDM, okay, Gandhi wrote letter to Irving, and Gandhi intentionally, I told you, salt was very well thought idea of a Gandhi. So I told you, Gandhi's every symbol was extremely well thought one. Charka, salt. He could link British imperialism, political, economic, with the masses. And salt was such a thing which is available in nature, and still British were taxing it. And second major issue with the salt was that whenever, okay, in international flora, India ka operation that British were doing in India, if it is brought for discussion, like Jallianwala massacre, if it is brought for discussion in any communist conferences, etc., then British always maintain one position, the way we had on Kashmir, that is our internal matter. So British were saying what happens in India is our internal affair. India is not a colony. India is a state government of the Britain, just like Scotland, Ireland. India is a state government, and so like other state governments, okay. And who was the political head of India? Not Governor General. Governor General was his IAS officer. Minister was Secretary of State. Okay, so Secretary of State, who was the British Parliament ka MP, who has the charge of this ministry, okay, who was secretary. In India we call ministry, there they call secretary. So he was Minister of India, okay, or Secretary of State of India, indirectly like that. And so he was like Chief Minister of one of the state, and that state was India. So British were saying it is our internal matter. Then that's what exactly Gandhi wanted to expose, that if it is your internal matter, then to what level you are torturing the Indian people, okay, to what level you are oppressing the Indian people, that you are even taxing the salt, the naturally occurring thing. Now see, you take a salt, you take a sugar, you make add a lemon and make a sharbat, lemon juice. You did some value addition. You can have a VAT, value added tax. But when thing that is naturally available, you are taxing. Exactly, Gandhi wanted to show how this despotism that British are doing. And if you call this is your state government, then with your own people. Irving did not understand why Gandhi is choosing salt or so on. But whatever, Gandhi wrote letter to Irving. And in that letter, Gandhi told him that this is the salt tax, which is very inhumane. Naturally, you are taxing the salt. Tomorrow, then you will start taxing the oxygen also. And so, this naturally occurring, God-gifted thing that you are taxing, it's the highest imperialism, and you should abolish this salt law. Otherwise, I will be going on this march, Sabarmati to Dandi. And then there was a cabinet of Irving. Okay, they were sitting in a cabinet when letter of Gandhi was read. And it was written in cabinet minutes mein, that when this letter was discussed, okay, Irving asked his advisors that how much it will cost you, Gandhi with 78 followers breaking salt ka law. And he said some 2 anna or 2 rupees, whatever that amount. And Irving said that just ignore him, don't pay any attention, let him go and break the law. And so accordingly, Gandhi decided to go from Sabarmati to Dandi, and he started his march. He got very arrogant reply from Irving for that letter. And so when he started the march, before that, Gandhi has contacted a lot of his journalist friends. When he was lawyer in Delhi, in London, he was doing lawyer graduation. When he was in Africa, he met many journalists there. He contacted them all and asked them to come to India to visit him, meet him. But all journalists know it is not, Gandhi wasn't calling them for some casual visit. Okay, they must be planning something, he must be planning something big. And so all the journalists came to India. And so this march started Sabarmati to Dandi. Gandhi was walking everywhere. Then you will see people, Gandhi used to go to villages, give a speech. People used to join him, and he was continuing his march. And so as Gandhi was going, and after few days, okay, almost 5-6,000 ka crowd gathered and joined Gandhi in his march. Irwin got reports of that, and so Irwin told police establishment that just keep watch on him. Don't arrest him, don't put him in jail, don't do anything. Just observe and report the matter to me. And Irwin was getting daily reports of the movement. And so when police started to keep watch, one of the journalists asked Gandhi, and that was very important incident or this question and his answer to understand Gandhian mass movements. So he asked Gandhi that what if they arrest you and put you in jail? And Gandhi just simply replied, yes, they will arrest me, they will put me in jail. Okay, but what do you think? That only British generals know how to plan their battle? Even I know how to plan my battles. Then he said, what if they arrest you and all these 6,000 followers and they put them, all of them in jail? Then Gandhi said, that's exactly I want them to do. Put me and all my 5-6,000 followers in jail, and then we'll see, okay, who has, okay, more capacity, whether British have more capacity or I have more followers. Then he said, what if, okay, they arrest you and all thousands of, then he said, what if they didn't arrest you, they let you go to Sabarmati, break the salt law, go to Dandi, break the salt law. Then Gandhi said, if they don't arrest me and I will go to Dandi, I will break the salt law, then I will find another law to break, I will go on breaking that law. Then I will find another law to break, I will go on breaking that law, and I will keep breaking the laws till, okay, India gets independence or British arrest me and put me in jail. And Gandhi said this is what going to happen in the this march. And finally, eventually Gandhi reached Dandi. And when Gandhi reached Dandi, okay, across India at different locations around coastal region, more than 30 lakh people, more than that, gathered to break this salt law, the salt tax. And accordingly, by breaking this salt law, Gandhi started the civil disobedience movement, and it started in full-fledged. And then later at Dharsana, etc., everywhere this protest spread. And as usual, okay, Irwin, this movement was totally out of his control. Lakhs and crores of people started to protest, and Irwin resorted to the brutality, exactly what Gandhi wanted. And he started to do a lot of atrocities on the people. At Dharsana, there was extreme brutality that Irwin did, and everything was getting reported across America, Europe, every country ke newspaper mein. And even people were shocked, even Britishers were shocked, okay, seeing what their government was doing with Indian people. They are beating so mercilessly for the people, and that too for salt. Even British couldn't digest this thought. It brought very bad reputation to the British government across the world. And usme bhi Dharsana mein there was very horrible brutalities. Okay, 4-5 people used to go to Dharsana salt depot. Okay, and people, Britisher used to beat them till they go unconscious. Next 5-6 then used to go. And this brutality was so horrible, but not a single person, okay, attacked the Britishers back, because they knew, like Chauri Chaura, if they do that, Gandhi will withdraw the movement. And so, okay, even after so much of brutality and atrocities at Dharsana, no one hit back the British. And finally, one journalist reported that in all international newspaper, the headline came that with every stroke of lathi at Dharsana, British king lost his dignity, his prestige, that you are beating people, and those who are so non-violent, okay, British government ka, British crown ka, total image or character assassination happened with the way Irwin reacted with the our protesters. And then finally, Irwin got call from the British establishment, British Prime Minister, he got hell lot of scolded for whatever mess he has created in India, and he was clearly instructed that bring Gandhi to the table, whatever his demands are, sort them out, and ensure that for second roundtable conference, Gandhi comes to RTC. And so Gandhi was jailed then, all Congress leadership was jailed, and crores of our ancestors, our great-grandfathers, okay, were protesting, great-grandmothers were protesting peacefully, leadership, without any leadership, peacefully. And that's what Gandhi knew, CDM, where India is finally ready for independence. And I told you, more than males, there were females in CDM movement. And so now if even oppressed females or oppressed people of India who could fight Britishers so peacefully, obviously they will fight any government that comes to power even after independence. And so Gandhi had got very great confidence after that CDM, okay, that nation in the making, that democratic values that you want to teach the people, okay, that process is to a great extent, it has completed. Okay. Now after when CDM got completed, this CDM was going on, all the leaders were in jail. And so then Irwin had to call Gandhi for the debate. And so Gandhi was called as a representative of Congress, okay, for Gandhi Irwin का जो pact sign हुआ for that meeting. Now Gandhi was in jail, he was released from the jail, he arrived in Delhi. And now Irwin had to pamper the Gandhi. And so in India, on Republic Day, okay, president comes in that golden horse cart. And so that horse cart, golden horse cart, was sent to bring Gandhi, okay, from the railway station to the president's palace, where our president sits today, where Irwin used to sit. And now someone idiot on WhatsApp sent me a photograph of Gandhi when sitting that lavish horse cart, and the line writing where that or under that there were lines who used to sit or travel in such a lavish horse cars made up of gold and everything. So that was the picture when Irwin has personally sent his cart, okay, to bring Gandhi to the president's palace. And when this cart was, and Gandhi, during the CDM movement, the way he launched the mass movement, I told you that Europe has seen World War I, hell lot of bloodbath, Russian Revolution, French and all those revolutions also. And something what Gandhi did in CDM, okay, fighting against the government, against the laws in such a democratic, non-violent manner, Gandhi has become the international figure. Even Times magazine के front page पे there was Gandhi's photo, the man of the year in 1930 में. So he was now not just Indian national leader, he was kind of international leader. And when Gandhi then reached this president palace, he was with his, I guess, PA, Mahadev Desai. And there was one incident that I would like to tell you. Later on, I will refer to this incident when we will discuss topic of emotional intelligence in our app classes. Gandhi and two people that I tell in my classes, that two people in India, I think, who had charismatic emotional intelligence, that is Gandhi and Shivaji Maharaj. Making people die for you. This is impossible level of motivation and inspiration that or influence that you exert on the people. So many people were ready to die, to go to any extent for Shivaji Maharaj. Okay, people were ready in lakhs to die for him. His level पे inspiring someone is charismatic emotional intelligence. Or for Gandhi, okay, you're convincing people to get beaten at the hands of British, go to jail, get beaten, but don't hit back. And making crores and crores of people, bringing them on the street and making them protest peacefully, okay, attaching them to such a level that crores of people can come in support of you. Okay, that needs extremely charismatic AI. But it's a small expression. So when Gandhi went and sat in front of the Irwin was sitting with his cabinet, and Irwin was belonging to a royal family, so he was Lord, British royal family. And so Gandhi referred to him as such, that Your Majesty, can I have a glass of water? And so Irwin filled a glass, gave it to the Gandhi. Gandhi took the glass and he poured, when he has some small packet, he opened the packet, poured it into glass, shaked it, and he drank that water. So Irwin thought whether Gandhi was sick in a jail, whether he fell sick or what. And so he just asked Gandhi that, Mr. Gandhi, what happened? Are you sick? And to which Gandhi, very calm and composed manner, just replied, Your Majesty, don't tell anyone. This is the salt I made, okay, by breaking the British law. And if you tell them this, okay, they will arrest me and they will put me in jail. And so what in Hindi we call कि शालू में लपेट के जूता मारना. So Gandhi was sitting in Irwin के palace में, in front of his cabinet, where all most powerful people who were governing India, okay, in their palace, on his table, in his cabin, on his table, Gandhi was telling Irwin that I am breaking your law, okay, and dare to arrest me. Gandhi was just putting, okay, what going to happen in the meeting next, everything in order with just one, that act. And so what you call charismatic emotional intelligence, when to speak what and how to speak, that matters tremendously as a part of emotional intelligence. And so the insult, the humiliation that Gandhi did of Irwin in this simple act, okay, in a very hilarious way, That's what the classic example of charismatic EI. For rest of his life, whenever Irwin, okay, must have seen salt in his food in a plate, okay, he would have recalled that insult. And so later Gandhi Irwin ki debate happened, and there were a lot of terms. And just to tell you historical fact that abolition of salt tax wasn't the provision. It was only salt tax. Obviously, someone is making the salt and selling, government can tax it. But initially, it wasn't allowed for Indian people, even in coastal region, to make their own salt. And so in Gandhi Irwin Pact, salt ka tax abolishment wasn't the provision, but only right of the Indian people to make the own salt was recognized. Okay, you can't ban people to go to the ocean, bring a water and make the salt. Okay, so that right was recognized by the British government. But then one thing you will ask me, and most of the students generally want to know and ask me in offline classes, that why Gandhi, okay, did not save Bhagat Singh, or what Gandhi did to save Bhagat Singh. So this is very, again, problematic question, that when you ask me what he did or what he didn't do, that means you don't know what he did. But if you read the history, then you will understand what Gandhi did to save Bhagat Singh. So Gandhi brought the topic of Bhagat Singh while discussing in front of Irwin. But Irwin was clear that all political prisoner who has broken any law like salt tax, etc., they will be released. But anyone who has done a criminal offense, that is, he murdered a British official, okay, not charged as a political criminal, okay, they won't be released. And it was then issue for the Britisher also that someone killed British official, but under public pressure, he was released from the jail. So Irwin clearly refused Gandhi. And understand, Gandhi and Irwin Pact was signed on 5th of March. Gandhi went as a representative of the Congress. Now after this pact, okay, all Congress leaders who were in jail will be released. And on 29th March, a session was called Congress ka special session. And in that special session of Congress, okay, Gandhi Irwin Pact will be put for the voting. And only if Congress leadership accepts the pact, okay, passes with the majority, Gandhi will go to the second roundtable conference to attend that conference. And so 5th March pe jo pact sign hua, that wasn't the final one. Final was going to happen on 29th March. But Gandhi told Irwin clearly that these people have a lot of mass support, okay, and he can't guarantee the passage of this Gandhi Irwin Pact on 29th 9th ke session mein. And so when this pact was passed, Gandhi Irwin Pact was signed, okay, next day when it got published in newspaper, there was obviously extreme public outcry against the this pact, or there was no mention of Bhagat Singh Sukhdev Rajguru's release, and people were very agitated then. And so after that, even Irwin started to realize this demand of the people, the pressure from the people's side. And later on, Gandhi and Irwin exchanged a lot of letters to discuss this Bhagat Singh ka issue. And so initially then, one agreement reached that if not death penalty, you don't have to pardon it, but at least commit it, make it, turn it to life imprisonment, rigorous life imprisonment, but just don't kill these 3 people, don't martyr them. And that was first was discussed. Many Congress leaders were also intermediating in the process. And so when this was discussed, okay, Irwin agreed that he will commute the life sentence. He will not pardon, but he will commit to life imprisonment, given Bhagat Singh should write a mercy petition, Bhagat Singh or Sukhdev Rajguru, any one of them. But Bhagat Singh refused to write mercy petition. Automatically, Sukhdev Rajguru also refused to write. So there was a deadlock again. Then again agreement reached that if not Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev Rajguru, their family members should write. And then Bhagat Singh called all his family members and told them clearly, okay, that none of you will write any mercy petition. Okay, and so Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev Rajguru were totally told families not to write mercy petition. Even Bhagat Singh told his mother, okay, forget about the mercy petition. Okay, he even told her mother that don't even cry that tomorrow or day after tomorrow I will get martyred, I will get hanged, but don't even cry, don't set a wrong precedent for mothers of India that your son died in a for a nation, okay, and you are crying. And so again there was an absolute deadlock, nothing could come out. Okay, Bhagat Singh was not ready to write mercy petition because for him it was a big issue. Asking for mercy because I murdered and he did something wrong by murdering British official. Obviously, he wasn't going to compromise with his values. Now deadlock wasn't getting resolved. And so finally, Gandhi wrote a letter, okay, requesting Irwin to release them, okay, even if they don't write mercy petition, on the grounds of a Christian morality. Now, what is this ground of Christian morality? Okay, so let me tell you, if we go reverse, if you go back in the past 500, 600 years back, so then during 1450 ke around or 1400 ke around, there was a Queen Elizabeth, okay, Shakespeare, etc. were in her court, and this Elizabeth, when she was ruling London, what we call her time period as a golden period, her father was King Edward VIII, and this King Edward VIII, he was a very philander guy, okay, and he married a lot of women, and he had already married to a sister of a Spanish king, and he wanted, okay, but he couldn't get a child from her, and he wanted to marry another lady. And in Europe, if you are a member of a British royal family or any other royal family, then your marriages, divorce is not allowed in Christian, as per Bible or Christian morality. And he wanted his marriage to be annulled or cancelled. And he was requesting Vatican में जो Pope है to him to annul the marriage. Vatican's Pope refused to annul the marriage, okay, declaring it unconstitutional or void in a way. And so when he tried to convince Lord Vatican guy Pope ko, but he did not agree, Catholic Pope at Vatican, but he anyhow Edward VIII wanted to marry, and so, okay, he separated the Church of England from the papal authority of the Vatican. And this is very important incident in world history, breaking up Church of England from papal authority of the Vatican. And when Church of England was separated from papal authority of Vatican, okay, and he declared himself as the head of the Church of England. And from that time, British royal family is the head of Church of England, okay, and this separation of Church of England from the other Catholic churches. So world के जो all Catholic churches come under the Vatican का Pope, but British के जो churches हैं Catholics, they don't come under the authority of the Pope of a Vatican. And so, and from that day, British royal family, whoever rules, is the head of the Church of England. So even today, the king who is now the King of England, okay, head of their state, is also head of the Church of England. They do all the they appoint the popes, they appoint or do or monitor and govern the churches. And so Irwin, I told you, was a member of royal family. He was called Lord. I told you not all governor generals were Lord. Okay, Robert Clive, then this Warren Hastings, they never called as a Lord because they were normal sepoys who got raised to the status of Lord. Okay, but Irwin, Mountbatten, they were the royal family members. So Lord Hastings, okay, was royal family member. So Lord, and later on most of the governor general ka posts were given to the this British royal family ke members ko. So largely governor generals were Lord. Irwin was also Lord, and so as a member of British royal family, then he was also head of the Church of England. And so then what is the highest value in Christian morality? When Jesus was getting crucified, what he was saying, okay, that was asking the God to forgive his killers, because he told that these people don't know that they are killing your own son. And so Jesus, while getting killed, was asking for forgiveness for his killers, okay, crucifixion, when he was being crucified. So this is the highest ground in Christian morality, forgiveness. So forgive me, forgive these people on grounds of this Christian morality. Gandhi was asking Irwin, then as you represent the, this Christian Church of England as a member of royal family, then don't expect Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, Rajguru or anyone to write mercy petition. You, whatever they did, then you forgive them on a grounds of Christian morality. Now ball was in Irwin's court. He had to then take a call. Now it became even religious issue also. And so when he got this letter from Gandhi, then he decided to solve this issue. And on 23rd March, which wasn't the date, okay, of the death of Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, Rajguru, okay, they were hanged on 23rd March. Okay, 29th March, when Congress came to discuss Gandhi-Irwin Pact, none of those these martyrs, okay, they were alive. All of them were hanged on 23rd March, okay, predated. That was on the day of their death. And this is how Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, Rajguru's chapter was ended. And this is how British played extremely in a shrewd manner Obviously, they came from such a small country ruling over the world. Obviously, they were extremely shrewd and pathetic people. And so this is how this scenario ended. And so when Congress leadership met, there was an issue of Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, Rajguru even to debate, and Gandhi Iron Pact was voted, okay, in favor, and Gandhi went for second roundtable conference. And so this is how the CDM issue got ended. Gandhi went to roundtable conference. Now when Gandhi was going for this second roundtable conference, okay, there were a lot of small incidents that I wanted to tell you, the events that happened in his journey or while he was in London, and that will also help you understand. Tomorrow when you will study ethics, a lot of ideas like simple living, high thinking, se leke, okay, ideas about truth and satyagraha, okay, that you will understand in much better way. Now after this Gandhi Iron Pact, when Gandhi went to attend this roundtable conference, and so while Gandhi went for second roundtable conference, okay, he was offered even flight, he could go by the flight, etc. But he went by a boat, he chose to go by the boat. And while going by a boat, okay, when he went there, I already told you that Gandhi always used to travel third class, okay, everything that whatever services as a leader, okay, he should use, Gandhi always believed in traveling or living life that his people could afford. So I told you one incident when he went to Champaran, he saw a lady wearing very dirty sari, and when Kasturbaji spoke to her, and that lady told that she's wearing this sari because she's only have one sari, she can't wash it, okay, and if she washes it, what she will wear. And so when Gandhi saw this is the condition of his people, of his followers, okay, that day, okay, Gandhi decided to give up that clothes that he used to wear, this Kathiawadi pagdi, long gown, and so on, and he chose to wear this shawl, dhoti, etc. And for rest of his life, he only was wearing the clothes that his people could afford or his people could buy. And so Gandhi, as a leader, Gandhi very strongly believed that as a leader, okay, his life should reflect the life of his followers, of his masses. Okay, he should eat what they eat, they should wear what they wear, he should live like they live. And just to tell you one incident of CDM, when Gandhi was going on this march, Sabarmati to Dandi, okay, after a few days of walking, okay, Gandhi has injuries on his feet, on a foot, because there wasn't Skechers shoes to wear then, and this Kolhapuri chappal or whatever the sandal used to wear. Ultimately, he has a lot of scratches and injuries on his feet because daily he was walking continuously. And so when he was walking daily, okay, then people offered Gandhi that we will bring palanquin, that palki, you sit in that palki, we will take you in that and other people will walk. But Gandhi clearly refused. If a lot of my followers who are old people, even women are there with me, and all these people, okay, will, when they will walk and I will go in a palki, that's not what leaders should do. And Gandhi tied handkerchief to his feet, okay, but completed his entire journey, Sabarmati to Dandi, on foot, but he did not use any vehicle or any cart or so on. And that's what Gandhi was clearly believing, that leaders should live and his life should reflect the life of his followers. So even while going to this Europe, okay, Gandhi traveled by the third class in general compartment of the boat. Even the captain of the boat, okay, was offering his own cabin to the Gandhi, because Gandhi was called by their government, by the Prime Minister, he is a chief guest in a way of their government. And so he wanted to offer his cabin. Gandhi was, I told you, was international figure after this CDM ke baad. But Gandhi even refused to take that, and he spent his entire time or his journey in general compartment. And when he reached even America, okay, he was, London, he was wearing same clothing style, okay, what he had followed. And now when we went to London, so for all the dignitaries who were used to going to come to participate in RTC, for them arrangements were made, okay, in West End. So London mein, we have this part, East End and West End. So West End was there like Delhi ka Parliament ka area or embassies ka area or Buckingham Palace and all that part. Or it's like Mumbai ka Bandra Kurla complex, Juhu, Lokhandwala area, and aapka this region of Dharavi, that is kind of East End. And so in East End, all this labor class, their peasant class, labor class, industrial working class, they used to live. And Gandhi had one friend there, okay, who invited Gandhi to the East End, and Gandhi went to East End. Gandhi was living in East End. There was, like in India we have ashramas, there they have the community house ka concept, funded by contribution or of the people through a charity work, etc. And so Gandhi was living in that community house, kind of ashram in East End. And so when he was in East End, okay, and when Gandhi reached there, he was, I told you, larger than life figure, international figure. Lot of people came to meet Charlie Chaplin se leke Einstein, even presidents and prime minister of many country, even lot of university ke professors. They wanted to study this new kind of political science that Gandhi has shown to the world, how to behave in civilized democracy, how to fight for your rights, doing satyagraha. When they have only seen bloodbath in Russian Revolution and all those revolutions, Gandhi has taught the world new way to live in civilized democracy, in a constitutional democracy. And so all these people were extremely inspired, were coming to meet Gandhi. Even the people of East End, this Britain, who were the poor people of the Britain, okay, they were seeing these people, their celebrities, their prime ministers or their important dignitaries coming to meet Gandhi there. And when Gandhi was in East End, okay, he got a letter from a Manchester ka one union leader. So I told you that London was going through a recession. Manchester was also in recession, mills may, and lot of mill owners were removed from the job, their salaries were reduced, and so on. And so these mill owners were protesting for their rights against their capitalist people. And now by that time in London, conservative government has lost the election, Labour Party government was in the power, and their own labor class was protesting. And that union leader thought that if Gandhi comes, sees the condition of this labor class in Manchester ke mills mein, then Gandhi might do something about the Charkha revolution. I told you, because of Charkha revolution, 60% of the British goods coming to India has stopped. So he thought maybe this flow of British goods will start to India again, and their job condition, everything will improve. And as Gandhi received the letter, Gandhi went to Manchester to attend those protests. Okay, but Gandhi clearly told these people that two wrongs can't make one right. Your jobs can't be on India's grave. So one person from the those protesters said Gandhi that we are in very horrible state. Okay, we are in extreme poverty. So Gandhi just replied him to that guy in one line that, my dear friend, okay, you haven't seen what poverty is all about. Okay, because what condition in India compared to that, this America ke labor class was actually very rich or middle class people. Okay, so their condition is not, Gandhi said that you haven't even seen what really the poverty is all about, that you will get to see when you come to India, to what level Indian people have been reduced by your government. But for Gandhi, I told you, it's evil is evil, whether British people do or Indian capitalists do. So same way, evil happens against Indian people or British ke labor class, evil is evil. Okay, and so Gandhi showed his entire sympathy and support for those people. Gandhi even, I guess, fasted for one day in support of those people there for those protesters. And that was very big crisis issue that Gandhi created for Labour Party. So leader of Indian people, whose followers you have attacked so mercilessly during CDM movement, he came here and he is supporting us in our protest, this Labour class people, when Labour Party is in power. And Gandhi made this big issue for the Labour Party, for these people, even in Labour class or in Labour Party. Okay, Gandhi got a lot of support, lot of backing when he went to the second RTC. And accordingly, I told you guys, first RTC, second RTC, third RTC, all these reports, Simon report, Motilal Nehru report, Ambedkar's report, everything was put forward in front of British Parliament. And finally, what got created was Government of India Act 1935. Okay, and I told you 70-80% India's independence we got in 1935 Act, which was given by Labour Party. And when after Second World War, Churchill ka conservative government collapsed and new Labour Party government of Attlee came to power. Okay, Attlee again remaining handover of power was done by that Labour Party which came to power later on. Now after that Manchester ka incident, okay, there was one small incident I would like to tell, that when Gandhi went to RTC, it was November, December month. It was very chilly in London, but still Gandhi was wearing this shawl shawl and dhoti, etc. And he got extreme support when he was went to this Manchester ke locations pe. And all these photographs, okay, they were when Gandhi went to meet the people, protesters in Manchester. And he was again in shawl, dhoti, and only in those clothing. So when he was living in that community house, okay, one kid, his mother was tailor, and that kid saw Gandhi always wearing only shawl, dhoti, and kids used to come and play with Gandhi a lot. He used to like, they used to like Gandhi's company. So that one small kid said to Gandhi that you seem to be a very poor person. He knew that we are poor person of Britain, okay, but we at least have this suit, boot, hand gloves to wear in this winter, but this guy only have dhoti and shawl. And so he said that Gandhi, Mr. Gandhi, that I will tell, my mother is a tailor and I will tell her to stitch one suit for you. You are a very poor person, you don't have even clothes to wear in such a chilly winter. So I will tell her to stitch one suit for you free of cost. And Gandhi just replied to that kid in one line. That kid might not understand, but his mother would definitely understand. And so he just told the kid that go home and tell your mother, okay, that I need 33 crore suits. Can she stitch that many? And so point is, okay, what Gandhi was saying, this leader should be like the followers. He should live life of the followers. What they afford, okay, a leader should use. What they eat, leader should eat. How they travel, how they live, the way leader should live. So if you get any question on leadership style in ethics paper or even in essay paper, use this Gandhi ideas. What one ideally, how one leader should be like. And during this same time period, okay, this leadership case, I told you this quotes of Gandhi, like what he said to that kid. Gandhi ka every quote is like kainat. There was huge information in every quote, every statement that he made. And so this essay don't run behind Gandhian quotes. Okay, you use the quote and write your essay, 1000 word ka. You just, once you understand Gandhi ka life, you understand entire story of his life and technical point that we will discuss in our app classes automatically you will be able to write very good answer to all the ethics question and to all the essay questions also. And that's why, okay, focus more, okay, on understanding Gandhi. Don't run behind the quotes, because Gandhi ka every quote is like essay topic. It will be impossible to read every quote and try to write essay on that. But once you understand Gandhi, you will be able to write very good answer. Even if quote comes in ethics paper, quotes come in essay, or any kind of quote comes, okay, Gandhi ka these ideas are always very helpful. So even quotes come on leadership, you will be able to write good answer, even in ethics paper on leadership, on governance, on administration, etc. Or how one IAS should behave, etc. So now when Gandhi was attending these RTCs, etc., and I told you a lot of great people, celebrities se leke kings of the other country, queens, all those people started to come to meet Gandhi. So even British establishment, there was now discussion was going on in newspaper or in public that why British king haven't met Gandhi yet. And so later on, then British government asked king to meet Gandhi. Okay, and Gandhi got the invitation from Buckingham Palace. Gandhi accepted the invitation, and when Gandhi accepted the invitation and Gandhi went to meet in this Buckingham Palace, so he got the letter of protocol that you are meeting British king, so you need to follow the protocols, you need to be suit, boot, tie, etc. You can't be this half-naked fakir wearing shawl, dhoti, and so on. But Gandhi then clearly refused to follow the protocol. Gandhi clearly said, I have been invited not as I am some Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. I have been invited because I am a leader of Indian people and I wear these clothes because that's what Indian people afford. And so Gandhi clearly refused to change the attire. So finally, President's secretary, I guess Attlee was the king's secretary, palace secretary then, and he convinced then king somehow, because already journalists were there outside, okay, to cover this meeting between Gandhi and the king. And if king refuses to meet Gandhi and Gandhi goes back and they ask what happened with the meeting, and if Gandhi tells journalists that I wasn't allowed to meet because I was wearing such a clothes, that will reflect very badly on British government or even on king and on a palace. And so he convinced the king. Both of them met and they had some little bit arguments also. And there in the arguments, king, I told you that British crown pay matter insidium, the atrocities that they did, okay, even they reflected very badly on British crown. I told you there was newspaper headlines after Darshanik atrocities that with every stroke of lathi at Darsana, British king lost his prestige and dignity. And so it was British king was also very frustrated with Gandhi. And so that time he just said that I will never encourage or never tolerate, indirectly in soft words he said, any attack on my kingdom in India by any person. And to which Gandhi just swiftly replied that only God encourages me to do something in my life, not the king of any country. And after their meeting then, Gandhi came out, journalists were waiting for him. And this, I told you, this Godi media journalists, they were not there in India only. They were there even in London then. And one such a Godi media journalist asked Gandhi, okay, one very like this, one question, taunting him that, Mr. Gandhi, did you felt underclothed in front of our king? Because you are just wearing dhoti shawl, etc. But to which Gandhi ka emotional intelligence was very high, and he replied very swiftly. And he said, no, I certainly did not felt underclothed in front of your king, but I certainly felt that your king was overclothed for both of us. And so I never felt underclothed, because your king was wearing so much of clothes on his body that were even more than enough for the two people. And so aapke raja ke, by seeing the clothes that your king was wearing, I never felt that I am underclothed. But that's one line Gandhi was hitting, okay, or killing a lot of birds in one line, that your king, okay, as a leader, okay, is living such a lavish life, when in Manchester, your poor people, in East End, your poor people are suffering so much of poverty, or facing so much of poverty and crisis. And as a leader, okay, leader's life should reflect that of masses, and your leader is living such a lavish life in the palace, in the kingdom. And so even that Gandhi's reply got published everywhere in the newspaper. And same way, even one journalist asked Gandhi during that his visit of Britain, that Gandhi even used to travel third class in the British railways. So he said, fine, you travel third class in India because your people could afford only that. You travel third class in India, fine. But here, okay, at least you should travel in first class. And to which Gandhi very swiftly replied. Now, he has already written so many books about this, why he traveled third class, like his clothing and everything. Instead of reading that, you are asking this question, this Godi media journalist. And so Gandhi just quickly replied that I travel in third class in British Railways because British Railway hasn't introduced fourth class yet. So when they will introduce fourth class, I will travel by the fourth class. Gandhi was just telling them that in your country there is so much of poverty that even your people can't afford third class. Okay, your railway should rather have the fourth class. And that's what Gandhi was saying, that it doesn't matter who rules whom. British rules Indian or British are ruling their own people. They are also exploiting their own labor class. They are exploiting their own poor class, industrial working class. So this is the mentality. And so Gandhi knew, even British leave India and Indian people come to rule, India ka elite class will exploit the Indian people, Indian masses. Okay. And so that's why this issue is not about replacing British with the blacks. Okay. If independence is only replacing British with the blacks, okay, it's as good as saying replacing British tiger with the Bengal tiger. And so all these things you need to understand well, what was his life journey is all about, what thoughts he was giving, and what then you will understand this technicality in much better way. So after CDM, Gandhi came from RTC, a lot of deadlocks happened in RTC, and after coming to India, he launched the CDM again, but again he was arrested. And between second and third RTC, okay, British announced the McDonnell Award, so declaring for SC/STs, okay, Dalits class, the separate electorate. And so against that separate electorate, Gandhi went on fast unto death, and finally between Ambedkar and Gandhi, Pune Pact was signed. And after Pune Pact was signed, okay, Ambedkar went to London with the Pune Pact to participate in third RTC and gave the Pune Pact to the British government. And after all this RTCs and everything, okay, finally Government of India Act 1935 came, and India, I told you, got 70-80% kind of percentage of independence even then itself. And according to 1935 Act, 1936 election got carried out, and in 11 state governments, okay, new state governments were formed. Out of this 11, at 9 state governments, Congress formed its government. 7 May Congress was in full majority. 2 May it has coalition governments. And 2 places, Bangladesh, Pakistan side, okay, there were governments created, coalition governments by Unionist Party, Krashak Praja Party, Muslim League, etc. Even Muslim League could not get the majority even in Punjab or Bangladesh region then. And when this election result came and whatever, but before that, after CDM and Pune Pact, etc., okay, Gandhi resigned from the Congress because he thought that Congress ka jo first goal, political independence, okay, now India is now ready for political independence. Whatever remaining independence ka part is remaining, Bose, Patel, Nehru, they should look after that. And now he decided to devote and spend his life only on second goal, okay, that is social reform or social emancipation. And he started this Harijan Yatra, and he started a Harijan newspaper, etc. And he totally devoted his life to this. But after a few years, he had to come back to Congress for the again because of the Second World War and the condition that got changed after Second World War. Now, most of you have the question then later on, now Subhash Chandra Bose became president of Congress, but under Gandhi's pressure, he has to resign from the Congress ka post. He started Forward Bloc, and later on he was even ready to take Hitler's help. So why Gandhi opposed Subhash Chandra Bose and why he wasn't ready to take Hitler's help, that we'll discuss in the next part.